Hi! Ako po si Mike Francisco at ito po ang Litrato Philippines. Mapapanood niyo mo kami dito lang sa Radyo Bandido TV, simulcast on DCRJ 10 AM at sa Sky Cable Channel 224 and digital boxes and free-to-air TV at sa aming social media account, facebook.com/DCRJ 10 AM at ang aming official YouTube channel. Kaya subscribe, like, and follow and share. See you there!
Litrato Philippines, hosted by Mike Francisco, showcases a variety of wonderful, uplifting beauty queens from all over the world, Philippine tourism, culture, and lifestyle, and issues being faced in our country. Catch them Monday to Friday on Radio Bandido TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, Facebook.com/DZRJ 810 AM, and YouTube channel DZRJ 810 AM, Radio Bandido.
Narinig ako, sir.
Yes po, yes po. Ayan, magandang gabi po sa lahat po nanonood ng Litrato Philippines at araw po ng Miyerkules, no? July 26, no? At ngayong araw ay may makakasama na naman po tayong Miss Earth Queens ngayong gabi. Pero bago po natin ipakilala, syempre, no? At ang aking co-host, tawag dito, iniimbitahan muna namin kayo manood ng aming programa Litrato Philippines. Mapapanood kami ng live by Sky Cable Channel 224 at sa lahat po ng TV boxes and DTT boxes nationwide. At syempre, mapapakinggan nyo rin po kami sa aming talapitan, DCRJ 10 AM, at sa aming social media account, facebook.com/DCRJ 10 AM, at sa aming YouTube channel, DCRJ 10 AM, Radio Bandido TV. At meron din po kaming apps, no? Streamer apps and Radio Garden apps via iOS and Android. Then search DCRJ 10 AM. Mapapakinggan nyo na po kami sa buong mundo. You heard it right, no? You can hear us all over the world, no? While you are driving or all our OFW out there, you can listen to us while working, no? And all our supporters from different countries, no? From their recent queens, no? Of Miss Earth, no? You can listen while working, no, by the downloading the app, no? Streamer apps and Radio Garden apps. Then search DCRJ 10 AM. Anyway, bago tayo mag-upisa, syempre papakilala ko muna ang aming napakagandang Miss Earth Water. Oo, at maunang talaga ngayon maraming tubig.
Hello po.
Ang aming Miss Earth Water, Miss Philippines Earth Water 2023, walang iba kundi 𝗣𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗀 Sabala. Hi, J.Mima.
Hello. Hello, good Sir Mike. Hello, everyone.
Ayan, no? Oo. At syempre, no? Inaabangan po ng marami yung ating guest for today, no? Na Miss Earth Queens. Ayan, oo. Anyway, nasa yun na yung profile niya. Tama ba, J.Mima?
Yes po.
Oo. So, can you introduce our guest for today? Go ahead.
Sige po. Okay, so good evening po, everyone. Good evening to all the Earthlings from the Philippines, from Canada, and from all over the world. So, ayan, it's my privilege to introduce to you our special guest for tonight. So, our Earth Queen for tonight is a 21-year-old Canadian born and raised in the beautiful land of Victoria, Canada. She has a dual diploma in French with honors and has just recently completed her second year post-secondary education studying dental hygiene and pursues a career as a doctor of dentistry. At a young age, she's also very active and sporty. She had the privilege to partake in various sports such as soccer and baseball. At the age of 11, she was accepted in Victoria Academy of Ballet's prestigious professional training program, where she competed across North America, winning numerous awards, and had the honor to dance with the Royal Winnipeg Ballet and the Alberta Ballet Company's annual Nutcracker production. Wow, impressive. What not?
Yes.
And This Earth Queen as well advocates for environmental education and land restoration. She also believes that environmental education is a crucial key in fighting climate change. In fact, she has been working with multiple nonprofit organizations and visits schools, her local schools, and provides environmental educational workshops. So, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest for tonight is no other than our Miss Earth Canada 2023, Miss Liana Robinson. Hello, Liana. Good evening. I
Salamat
think
po.
it's morning there, right? Tama po, Sir Mike. It's
Yes,
morning
oo.
there, right?
It's
Good morning
morning.
there in Canada.
Can you hear me okay here?
Yes,
yes, we
here.
can hear
So,
you.
salamat
Okay.
po, Maganda Gabi. Greetings from beautiful Canada. I just want to say it is an absolute honor to have been invited here tonight as a special guest on DZRJ 810 AM radio. And I really look forward to sharing with you all more about myself and my ambitions leading towards the Miss Earth 2023 competition. So thank you, Maganda, Gabi, and Salamat po for having me tonight.
Wow.
Ayan, no? Nag-aaral talaga siya ng Tagalog
Kaya
for
nga
us,
po
no?
magandang
Oo.
gabi.
Magandang umaga po, magandang gabi naman po dito sa Pilipinas. Anyway, let's start asking question with Liana. We pronounce it like Liana, right?
Yes, correct. Leanna, like a Hawaiian lei, and then
Wow.
Anna. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Liana, I know, no, many people, especially OFW and Filipino, are going to Canada. They're one of their dreams, no, to be in Canada, no, to work and to be a resident there at the same time, no. But as a tourist, no, when Jemima and me, no, going to Canada to visit your country, what are the best places would you recommend, and best food that you would offer? And can you share some culture of Canada as well? For some people now who wants to go in Canada, they knew some culture of yours. Go ahead.
Of course. Well, Canada is known for its breathtaking nature, landscapes, and even its extraordinary wildlife. And I am incredibly proud to call myself Canadian and represent a nation that welcomes such a diverse cultures, religions, traditions, and values. And I am honored to represent a country known for its freedom and kindness. And since Canada is so rich in its diversity and cultures, we have such a wide range of food. But with that being said, Canada is known for its deliciously sweet maple syrup and its world's famous poutine. And a fun fact, actually, part of my journey leading towards the Miss Earth competition, I recently had the honor to travel to Montreal, which is a province here in Canada, and they are known for the world's best poutine. So if you were to ever come to Canada, I would love to be your tour guide and take you over to that side and give you the opportunity to join in on some delicious food.
Actually, I heard some of my friends who are living in Canada right now, Filipino friends who work there and they get migrated by your government, in Canada. They said there are some places in Canada that there is no night, no? It's always daylight. Is that true?
Yes, so more so depending, not necessarily where I am from. So I am born and raised in British Columbia, Canada. So it gets dark here at around, right now, I would say 9 o'clock at night, and then the sun rises again at around 6 in the morning. But depending, if you're out in the Arctic, like the Northern Lights, there are certain areas where, yes, the sun, it hits all around the globe, so there is never night. So the sun never lowers, and it gives daylight to a lot of Canadians, but here in BC, we do have the moon and the sun resting.
So
Yeah, so it really just depends on what region you are in.
they said, no, it's hard for them to be familiar, with the with the weather or the ano no the situation in your country, because they want to sleep but it's still daylight. It's still daylight. No, they said when is the time I will sleep? It's still daylight. No, it was
Well, yeah,
waiting
how
for.
are you supposed to sleep when there's bright light out? So, luckily, I'm very fortunate to be living here in BC where the sun does rest and I am able to get some sleep.
Can I ask the capital of Canada?
Yes, so the capital of Canada is Ottawa.
Ottawa. No?
Yes.
I thought before it was Alberta.
Oh
And
no,
also,
Alberta is one of the countries here in Canada, and I am actually right beside Alberta. So BC
Alberta.
and Alberta are sister provinces.
Wow. Anyway, I know there's a lot of pageant, no, in Canada. No, I see there's representative in Miss Universe, Miss World, almost all of the pageant, international pageant has, no, the Canada. I mean, your country has a lot of pageant to be joined of. Why did you join Miss Earth instead of other pageant available in your country?
Of course. Well, thank you for that question. I have such pride being born and raised in such a beautiful country, and I truly wanted the opportunity to represent my country, Canada, at an international level. And it is an absolute honor and responsibility being crowned this year's Miss Earth Canada 2023. And with that being said, although I originally did not have an environmentally focused advocacy and did advocate for domestic violence and working hands-on in women's shelters, being crowned and having won Miss Earth Canada 2023 truly sparked something deep within my heart and made me realize that this is a blessing in a disguise and this is where God has intended me to be. And it's truly been such an honor and has really opened my eyes and made me realize my desire and passions to save Mother Earth and educate and inspire other youth around the world to become transformational leaders.
Actually, I saw your activities. You sent me a lot of photos, no, and
Yes.
I posted it, no, because I love to see by the Filipino people how active you are, no, helping kids, helping an environment. So this is a good thing that you are doing, no, in your country as of now, no? And I hope you will also do it in the world, no, if
Yes,
you have an
yes.
opportunity to do that, no.
Of
Anyway,
course.
I have a follow-up question regarding the pageant. Is it your first time to join international pageant, or you're always joining a pageant in your country and represent your country as well?
I have competed in previous pageants before in my country. However, this is the first time I have been awarded the honor and responsibility of representing Canada at an international level. So I really look forward to attending the Miss Earth competition in Vietnam and sharing the love and kindness that Canada has to offer with everyone around the world.
Jemima, meron ka bang, do you have any additional question before we proceed to another question? Go ahead.
Actually, I can relate, Sir Mike, with what Liana said na she before had advocated for different causes. Kasi me, myself, also had the same experience when I joined pageants earlier on in my journey. I didn't really advocate for environmental related causes, but when I entered Miss Philippines Earth, I did realize that, well, I just didn't advocate for it in pageants, but it really was in my heart. So I can relate to Layana. And so with that, I know, from what I know, your country is the second largest or huge country all over the world, right? And I just wanted to know. I think Canada is very concerned and really takes care of the environment. Can you share with us one environmental initiative that you are proud of from your country? Any
Mhm.
environmental initiative that you are most proud of and you wanted to share to the world from
Oh,
your
yes.
country? Yes.
Yes, of course. Well, thank you for that question. Growing up on a small island, Victoria, in British Columbia, Canada, we have been exposed to a wide variety of solutions in combating against climate change. So, not only have I had the tools and platform to use my voice and actions to create change, but as a community, there are so many events where you have the opportunity to meet with others in your community and be surrounded by empowered, like-minded individuals. So one thing I do really appreciate growing up on the island is that we have so many resources in tools to offer against fighting against climate change. So whether that is, restoring and repairing our lands and forestry, or even just cleaning plastic and garbage on our beaches and oceans, we have a really great team of support here in Canada, and we are eager to work together and create change of action.
That's great. No, I hope every country will do the same. No, in order to combat the climate
Yes.
change. No, that's happening. But definitely, climate change. Actually, we don't have any definite solution through that. No, but through this, in a little way, we can prevent or make prolong. No, oo,
Exactly.
no, prolong the life of Earth. No, if we'll do this all over the world, not only in Canada, because Canada is a small part of the world. So
Yes,
if
it's a small
everybody,
world.
yeah,
Small part,
if
but if everyone in the world is taking action, these all add up into macro effects and will help, like you said, tackle and combat climate change. So if we all pull in and stick together with actions of zero waste or practicing more sustainable lifestyle practices, we can achieve this.
yes, I agree with that. No, anyway, we have another question. Jemima, go ahead.
Actually, sir, I have a follow-up question. I have remember that she advocates for land restoration, and she also mentioned that it's one of the environmental initiatives that she is proud of. Liana, I think this is not much heard by viewers, so I would like to hear more about what you think is the importance of land restoration and what can we do as as humans to help for land restoration.
Of course. Well, thank you for that question. Well, currently at the moment, Canada is facing very large environmental issues that are deforestation of our old growth forests. So I have had the opportunity to work hands-on with multiple nonprofit organizations, and we have been repairing and restoring national parks in my community by removing invasive species and planting native tree seedlings. And I believe, with the carbon emissions and clean air quality, us as individuals have the time now to act on this and preserve our land and fauna for future generations to appreciate. So, like I said, growing up on such a small island, I am really appreciative of the community and support that my city has to offer. So, by doing these initiatives as groups, all of us putting in these little efforts, it builds as a whole. So, like I said, I do work with 2 different nonprofit organizations. And what we do is we go into schools and we take classrooms in to join in on the hands-on education. So not only is it us getting hands-on dirty, we are also influencing and inspiring our youth to partake in becoming future eco-warriors and joining in the action of saving the planet.
This is also your advocacy.
Yes. So my advocacy is environmental education and land restoration. So as I had mentioned, I have had the privilege to work with multiple nonprofit organizations, working hands-on by repairing and restoring our parks by removing these invasive species and then planting native trees. But as Miss Earth Canada 2023, I truly believe that a crucial key in combating climate change is environmental education. So I have had the privilege actually to go into multiple classrooms this year and introduce climate change as well as the 5 R's and ways we can tackle climate change at home as well as on the school grounds. And we always like to finish the activities with hands-on work. So that could include a recycled craft or even a hands-on bean planting activity. This way we are inspiring our youth with hands-on education so that we can inspire them to become future eco-warriors and develop more sustainable lifestyle habits. So it has been an absolute honor to work hands-on with the youth of Canada, and I look forward to expanding this at an international level.
Okay. Okay, Jemima,
Yes, ma'am.
we have another question. Regarding it. I think since you mentioned about the solution, no, they have in climate change, no, I think they are also had problem. Would you like to ask some question to our guests? Go ahead.
Regarding problem or issues, environmental issues.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So, Diana, we would like to know what specific environmental issue or challenge would you like to shed the light on, or you would like to you think is really important to address?
Of
Right.
course. Well, thank you for that question. As I had mentioned, I believe a crucial environmental issue that our country, Canada, is currently facing today is the deforestation of our old growth forests. And Canada is home to some of the most biodiverse forests on Earth, but humanity is continuing to threaten these vital conditions of our ecosystems and are putting our wildlife and fauna at risk. And if I'm correct, I believe Canada's climate change is warming 2 times faster than the rest of the world. So now is really the time to take thoughtful action and initiatives against fighting climate change. And especially with Miss Earth's theme this year being Miss Earth Loves Trees, I really look forward to continuing my Beauties for a Cause and planting trees at different parks in my community.
Wow. I do love when you said that really a while ago that education is really important. It's one crucial key in addressing our environmental issues. I do agree with that. Anyways, can you share with us can you walk us through your preparation leading up to the Miss Earth pageant?
Of course. So
I think Sir Mike is gone. What happened? Do you see him?
hello?
Ayon. Hello, Sir Mike. Are you there?
Oh, Mike.
Sorry,
It's
because
po.
because you know there's a storm right now here in the
Uy.
Philippines.
Mhm.
Yes, so
Kamusta po dyan, sir?
especially here in Manila. So maybe
Oh.
because of the storm, no, the internet is fluctuating.
Well, my prayers to the Philippines. I
Yes,
hope
actually,
everybody's
but
okay.
I think no, everybody is okay, and I think the government are prepared earlier, no, as they must expected, no, the storm, no, earlier last week, no, and I think they prepared about it. Likewise, no, they're I think they project, no, it will not hit the Philippines, but I mean directly, no, it will not landfall, no, in our country. But recently, no, the track of the storm goes, no, towards, no, the land, northern Luzon, no,
Yes po.
country, no, as of now, no, and somehow, no, Manila are affected, no, by the storm, but not whole day, no, but Sometimes it has some sun, no, the sunrise, and then suddenly a few, I think 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and it will rain again, something like that.
Same here, Sir Mike. It's
Mm,
also raining here as of the moment. We have a
mm,
very what do you call this? Hindi masabi yung weather dito.
Oo.
Sometimes it's
I think,
sunny, but
oo.
then it suddenly rains lately
Oo.
here.
Yeah.
The weather now in the Philippines, because the storm are not definite, that we cannot say whole day is raining. Sometimes uh, it has sun, and then after a few minutes, and then it will rain again. Anyway, okay, let's focus to Liliana.
Sir
No?
Mike,
I'm sorry.
I have asked pala another question kay Layana.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
He hasn't answered it yet pala.
And
Sige.
I believe the question was my preparations.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yes, yes.
Well, as I continue to prepare to represent Canada at the 23rd annual Miss Earth competition hosted this December in Vietnam, I am really looking forward to developing my Beauties for a Cause and continuing working hands-on with land restoration as well as educating the youth of Canada. And with that being said, I have also been working very hard at the gym just to achieve my body goals, as I believe a key factor in doing well and feeling your best self is being confident and comfortable in your own skin. And so I have been spending a lot of time in the gym. And I even recently had the honor and privilege to travel to Montreal to train with my artistic director on runway, which was tons of fun and lots of fun, even just to explore, like I said, a new province I had never been to before. So as I continue preparing for Miss Earth 2023, I am really looking forward to continue not only educating myself on environmental issues that my country is currently facing and the earth, but like I said, to really influence and inspire people all around the world at an international level, specifically targeting our youth so that they can become the future eco-warriors and help save the planet.
Follow-up question regarding environmental issues, no? I do know, no, not only the weather in Canada are different, no, from one another, from other provinces to your provinces. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. So BC is a very rainy province here in Canada. So we do get lots of rain, but however, we are currently seeing the hands-on effects of climate change in real person. And this is taking effect on our weather conditions. So in BC, with climate and weather, we have been combating and tackling a lot of flooding here in Canada. But like you had mentioned, yes, it is true. Every province in Canada does have different weather conditions. So you had mentioned you knew Alberta. So Alberta is a very snowy province. So they get lots of snows. No, they don't have any igloos, and no, we don't live in igloos here in Canada.
Oh,
But
really?
yes, the
No?
weather really does depend. It's about 7:30 in the morning here in British Columbia, and it looks like it's going to be a really beautiful sunny day here. So I'm looking forward to getting out in the garden and getting my hands dirty.
Is there other part in your country that's experiencing El Nino? I mean, too hot weather. No, is there
Yes.
any what? Where?
Yes. So all across Canada, we are seeing the effects of climate change. And as I had mentioned, the flooding is, I would say, probably a crucial factor, as well as our wildfires because of how hot it is. So yes, we do get lots of rain, but it is often we will have a drought and a long period of time where we are not getting that water for our ecosystems, so nothing thrives and grows and blooms. So there are multiple different factors of which Canada is currently facing with climate change, flooding, wildfires, food shortages. So every province is currently facing a different problem, but as a whole, we as a country are working to develop and fight against these issues and develop more sustainable resources and habits to make sure that our future generations can appreciate the beauty of our country and our landscapes and nature.
That's good to hear, no? And I hope your government are doing much of time, no, to help your people, no, affected by floods, including the wildfires, and then also, you know, you said there's a places that is so snowy. I hope your government are doing their best, no, to help protect and take care, no, of your people as well. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. They have put in different motions in place and support systems for the victims of the wildfires as well as the flooding. There are also a lot of different local organizations and local restaurants here who do food packaging for people in need or who have been suffering and are recovering from these environmental issues. So there are a lot of support systems put in place here in Canada. However, the effects of climate change are devastating, and not only are we as a humanity now experiencing these issues hands-on, but we can also know that climate change is real, and not only is it happening to us as humanity, but it is also affecting our wildlife and our fauna.
That's good, you know. Anyway, this year, no, I will add another question. No? This year is the 23rd or the 23rd, no,
Yes.
anniversary of Miss Earth. No, that is why they called it beauty with tree. No, so what particular tree Canada is representing for? I mean, what in particular tree? I
A
think
tree.
yes, a tree.
Well, I believe that Canada is best known for its traditional maple leaf. So that is the leaf that is on our country's national flag.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so that does come from a type of tree here in Canada, and luckily here where I live in British Columbia, we are surrounded by maple trees and they are in blossom at the fall. So I really do look forward to interpreting that into my national costume at the Miss Earth International stage.
Wow, no, we're excited, no, to see
She already
that.
gave
No?
us a hint of her. We're excited to see that. We're gonna look
Oh.
forward to that.
Oh, so we're excited to see that particular presentation of yours, no, in Miss Earth 2023 in Vietnam. Anyway, since we asked, no, the Miss Earth Vietnam 2023, I mean Miss Earth 2023 in Vietnam, what are your expectations, no? Not only for the pageant itself, but also for the queens, no? All over the world, no, in this pageant. Go ahead.
Of course. Well, of course, you know, Miss Earth is typically hosted in Manila, Philippines, and although I have never had the honor and opportunity to visit Philippines, I would have loved to experience the culture in person, as well as try some of the food dishes. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but there is a Filipino dish I've always really wanted to try. Kare-kare? Kare-kare?
Wow.
Kare. Yes.
Kare-kare.
Oh, kare.
Yes, it looks so tasty. So if I were to ever come to the Philippines, I would really love to try that dish. But with Miss Earth being hosted this year in Vietnam, I am really walking into it with an open mind and am, again, also really looking forward to enriching myself in Vietnam's culture, as well as getting to know more about the rich history of their country. And as for my delegates, I really look forward to meeting each country that is around the world and learning more about not only about them, but more about the environmental issues that their country is facing and what we can do as a world and as a community to fight and solve this.
Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to cook?
Cook?
Yeah?
Yes, I love to cook. I love cooking.
Wow.
Do you know how?
Yes, I make lots of dishes here in Canada. And like I did,
Okay,
it's a very wide.
I'll give you a recipe of kare-kare so that you can try it. Oh, so that you can try it by yourself, no? It is more economical than visiting the Philippines. No, it's a joke only.
Yes, a little bit
We would like to come you, and we would like to ask you to come, of course. No, but definitely it will be nice, no? We're going here, no, with your friends to enjoy, no?
Yes.
Since we have a plenty of time, you can ask, no, what particular things do you want to know in Philippines? Places, foods. We're here. 𝗣𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗀 is from Palawan. It's a great place.
Yes, I'm from Palawan.
And from Manila. You can ask away, no? What in particular? What do you want to know, no, about Philippines so that we can answer you right away?
Well, I do know that the Philippines is known for its beautiful beaches, and I would really love to just feel the sand in between my toes and enjoy the beautiful water and earth's elements that the country has to offer. But I do have a question about the Philippines. I was hoping you could share more on the environmental issues that your country is currently facing and what we can do to help that.
On Manila muna, on CR, NCR, National Capital Region. I'll tell you the only problem that we have here in NCR is pollution. No, there's a lot of cars, and of course traffic. No, because a lot of cars, there's a lot of traffic everywhere. No, aside from the pollution, and since there's a lot of people living here in Manila or in NCR. There's a lot of garbage as well, no? That been collected every day, no? And you can see every garbage everywhere, no? Actually, the only problem I've seen is garbage bin, no? I do know some people has able, no, to help our environment or our government to prevent littering, no? Or throwing garbage everywhere, no? But the only problem I've seen, no, is they don't have an opportunity to see a garbage bin everywhere, no? Sometimes, yes, sometimes you have to find it in the restaurant. You need to go to the restaurant in order to have to throw your trash or to see a garbage bin, no? That's the only problem that we had. If our government put, no, in every block a garbage bin, that would be a good help, no, for everyone, no, to minimize, no, the garbage in our country, no, I mean in Metro Manila, no. I don't know with Palawan. Go ahead, Divya, can you share what's your problem there? Go ahead.
Yes, but I think one of the most important issues that we have, not just in Palawan, is the plastic pollution. Because from what I see, and recently we have seen the base project here in our city, and from what I saw, even when you are responsible enough, the waste that goes and the water doesn't just stay there. It goes all over the world. So we have to help each other. So different countries, different places should really be take this into take this into action, that we should really, like what Sir Mike have said, I think it's connected, because I really do think that proper waste management has is something that we can do to avoid or prevent more pollution in our bodies of water, and in not just in the bodies of water but in our lands. But what I am most concerned of is that when it goes to the water, you don't know how far it could reach. It could reach another country or another place and could kill our resources underwater and the lives that lives in it. So especially that Palawan is surrounded by waters. You know what, Sir Mike, what I am proud of in Puerto Princesa City is we were really taught talaga. When I was a child, I remember that they really educated us to not throw garbage on the on anywhere, just anywhere, and they provided garbage cans talaga here in the city. But from what I learned, yun nga, even though you're responsible enough, the waste in the water is something that you cannot control. If, kumbaga, it can come from somewhere else, but you're the one who will, you will be the one who suffers from the pollution that came from it.
I mean, Jimima wants to explain, no, that even their cities, no, doing their jobs to protect, no, or to zero the plastic in the water, you know,
Yes.
in any waterways or on the sea, on the river. Definitely you will see another plastic, no, roaming around in their cities or in their place, not because it came from their city, no, but it
Yes,
came
it's not
from other
always the
provinces,
case of,
no, that
yes.
they didn't they didn't follow, no, or they didn't protect, no, their water, no, or they, you know, some people, no, even they are in the boat, they throwing plastic, the plastic straw, plastic cups, or soft drinks of plastic. I don't know why they are doing it, no. Um, I was
That's why
thinking
I
there's
think,
a lot. Oh, there's a lot of garbage bin in the boat, but why they're throwing it everywhere, di ba?
yes po, that's why
Oh,
we really have to, work together po as a
I
whole.
think I think no, the only one solution also is proper education, no. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
informing them how to protect. Maybe some people did not know. That is why they don't know the effect, no, of throwing plastic in the sea, no, or in the
Mhm.
river, no. So maybe someday they will be educated, or
Mhm.
I think, no, it must be included, no, in our curriculum for
Yes,
them to
it
know,
should
no.
be. Yes, yes. And
Mhm.
I think climate change, it's an uncomfortable conversation for most, and most oftentimes gets pushed to the side. So, like you said, I really do believe in my Beauties for a Cause of environmental education, because without it, there is no hope in saving Mother Earth. But by using environmental education and hands on initiatives, we can influence and inspire and encourage these young individuals or other people across the world to take in on the action.
Yes, no, it's just true, no. That is why before, no, I was convincing, no, our department secretaries in education to put a curriculum about environment, no, at early age, no, and even they were young, so that we can put it the subject about environment, and also, no, in a high
Yes.
school level, no, so uh those students or those young people will be able to learn, no, and how to protect our country well, no, to prolong the life of our Mother Earth. No. Anyway, do you have another question before we move to another question? Do you have a follow-up question, Liana, about Philippines? Would you like to know more aside from that environmental issue that we have right now?
course. I was hoping you could also share a little bit more about the fauna life that the Philippines has. What are the animals of your country? What are your tropical forests? Like, what is the wildlife and fauna that your country has?
In Manila, it's few. Only wild people we have here. Wild people. But in Palawan, there's a forest.
Yes,
So I
we
think
have.
Jemima will help us
Mhm.
regarding your questions. You can answer. Go ahead, Jemima. Jemima.
Okay.
Oh. Okay,
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead. I
Me?
think she froze. Jemima, are you okay? I mean, I think no, there's also a problem in internet, no, in her place. Jemima, I may be there, but in Manila, um, there's no forest here, but there are some parks, no, and the parks are protected, no, and
Yes.
we have some zoo, and unfortunately, all animals that actually I was expecting to see, like the tertiary, what else? The tamaraw and the other Philippine eagle, something like that. Philippine eagle is available on the zoo, but other animals that I was expecting to see, the rare animals, are not able to, I don't know, to showcase in our zoo. And
Right.
maybe they are protected. That is why, no?
Of course,
Mhm.
as they
That is
should
why,
be.
no, they are not able to be seen, no, in the zoo, no. But I hope, no, our government protects, no, especially in our forest land. They protect the animals, but we have plenty of animals, the cutest animals that we have here in the Philippines. We have lot, no. Maybe you will go to Bohol, no. If you're going to visit the
I would
Philippines,
love
go to
to.
Bohol. You will find an exotic, smallest monkey in the world, no. I think,
Oh,
just like that, no.
so cute.
Oh yeah, and then
So
we have
tiny.
also, yeah, so tiny, no.
Yeah.
But the only problem, you cannot touch it, no, because they
No.
said, if you touch it, they will die, no. That was they telling us, no. So we're just following them and just waving hi to the
Oh no,
monkey.
we take a little
uh,
picture.
but you can take picture, but no flash, no, because
No, no,
uh,
no.
no, they are afraid of flash, no?
Yes, of course.
So just follow what the government, or what the 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 city, no, are implementing to protect these animals. Um, and there's a lot of things that you will love to be here, no, especially the beaches, no. In
Yes.
in Palawan, there's a lot of plenty beaches surrounded by natural underwater natural resources, no, including the El Nido, Puerto Princesa also as well. You will love, no? And Boracay, you can visit Boracay in the Philippines. If you're going to the Philippines, we can definitely list down some, really, no, travel list that you will able to see the best experience you will have when you are here in our country. Anyway,
Well,
what happened to Jemima? Maybe there's a problem with their internet too, no? So I'm just waiting. She lost connection. I hope she can go back.
oh no.
No?
Yes,
Oh,
hopefully.
anyway, I have another question to you before we end our program. Do you have any message to your co-queens and to your people, no, in Canada? Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes. If I were to give a message to my sister Earth Queens, it would be that I really look forward to meeting each of you in Vietnam and sharing the love and kindness that Canada has to offer. And I really do look forward to not only learning more about yourself as an individual, but more about your country's environmental issues and their ambitions to fighting and tackling these climate issues. And to the people watching here today, if I were to give you a message, it would be to really realize that climate change it's happening now. It's happening right in front of our eyes, and now is the time to take thoughtful action and use our voices and initiatives to combat this issue. So I do also really want to just say I look forward to sharing with you all sharing my journey leading towards the Miss Earth competition. I really look forward to sharing what the next 5 months will include. And of course, to our hosts tonight, Maganda Gabby and 𝗟𝗶𝘁𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗀 for having me here tonight and allowing me to share more about myself and my ambitions and goals leading towards the 2023 Miss Earth competition.
Mm-hmm. And we're very glad that you gave us a time to know you better. We would like to thank also your national director. Would you like to mention her or mention him, your national director in Canada, for letting us to interview you?
Yes, so my national director is 𝗟𝗶𝘁𝗶𝗶𝗽𝗶, and I am absolutely honored to be working underneath Michelle. She is such an inspirational woman, and I really look forward to the next 5 months leading and preparing towards the competition. So thank you, Michelle. She is very close with the Filipino community in Toronto and works with them often. And I appreciate her taking the time to teach me some simple Tagalog phrases.
Wow, that's great. No, do you have? Would you like to thank your friends, families, also who help you and support you in this pageant?
Well, to my friends, family, and supporters, not only in Canada, but across the world, thank you for taking the time to really follow my journey and growth as Miss Earth Canada 2023. It has been an absolute honor and a major responsibility, but with your support and unconditional love, I know that anything is possible, and I know that I can make my country proud. So thank you for cheering me on, rooting for me, and most importantly, believing in me and my ambitions. Thank you.
And thank you very much as well. No, I hope your followers and supporters will follow Litrato Philippines page.
Yes,
Oh, I hope you will follow as well. No, anyway, thank you very much. I already share you the link of the live so that you can share it later to your friends to watch.
yes, I look forward to that.
So that they can watch our interview, the whole interview that we had. We are very pleased, no, and very glad, no, that you are here and share us, no, about Canada and your thoughts and your plans and your preparation in this journey, no, in Miss Earth 2020. We wish you good luck, and I hope you will able to bring home the crown, no, in your country.
Yes, yes.
As I promise, I will support you as well. No, whatever you will share, I'll share in order for you to support your journey in Miss Earth. No, that was I promised to you earlier. Right? That's right.
Yes.
I'll support you as well. No, anyway, thank you very much for giving us a time. And to 𝗟𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗽𝗶, no, I'm sorry he didn't try to go back again, no, because of our internet connection, because maybe of the storm that we have here in the Philippines.
Right.
But hopefully, no, I can see her again, no, next week.
Yes.
And thank you very much. Thank you very much, Liana. And I hope to see you in Vietnam when I had opportunity to go there as well.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and maraming salamat sa iyo. Ayan. Ayan. Ayun. Anyway, no, sa lahat po nanonood, mapapanood ulit kami bukas sa ganap na alas 10 at alas 11 ng gabi dito lang sa DCRJ 10 AM ang Radyo Bandido TV. Thank you very much, Rihanna. Thank you very much, Jemima. Sorry, Jemima.
It's
We have to say
people.
bye.
I
Thank
just got
you.
You're
after
back.
it's raining
Thank
so hard here.
you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank
Gabby.
you.
Thank you
Thank you
for
Send
very
a
being
much.
back.
message.
See you
Goodbye.
next week, Jemima. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Layana. Thank you.